Very good afternoon, respected sir. I'm Sabina Sakir, MBA third semester student, and presenting on a topic Lean Six Sigma strategy applied to pharmaceutical industry, a customer-centric approach. Actually, this is a burgeoning topic in the pharmaceutical industry. So, a detailed study will be required for a future study purpose. Before going to deep into the topic, I would like to discuss something about the operational improvement. It is a fundamental requirement that is necessary to bring changes in the organization. That means to bring the improvement in the operational performance. For any organization to beat against the competitors, they have to bring always the changes in the operation or being improvement in the operation. So it's one of the prime responsibility of the management how they can bring changes in the operation. So mainly the two approaches has been discussed, radical or breakthrough improvement, and next is the continuous or the incremental improvement. So in this picture, I have tried to present these two approaches. The first one is the planned breakthrough improvement, which assumes that the main vehicle of improvement is major and dramatic change in the operational work. Breakthrough improvement places high value on creative solution. That means a creativity. If there is a creativity, then they can bring the some of the breakthrough changes in their operational performance. Right? And next is the continuous improvement. It is the approach of improving performance with many small incremental improvement steps. Even though there is no guarantee of such a small improvement, but the whole philosophy expect that it will happen. It may not bring immediate changes, but in a long processes, the maybe a monthly or maybe a quarterly or yearly, there may be a some of the improvement changes can be observed. So combining the two, the third picture has been presented. We discuss about the combined breakthrough and continuous improvement. Maybe practically, the third one is more practical than the above two approaches. Similarly, the two models of the operational improvement has been discussed. The first one is the plan, do, check and act (PDCA) model, and the next is the DMAIC, the define, measure, analyze, improvement, control, the one of the Six Sigma improvement approach. In the plan, there is a what they have to do. The planning has been done, and next D, the do. As per the planning, the activities, the performance has been done, and in the C, check means whatever they have done as per the planning or not. It is important to check. And in the act, and act means if the performance is good, then the same procedure is improved or carried on, and if the process is not improved, then there may be some of the changes is necessary to bring. Similarly, in the define means it's define the problem or understand what need is to be done. Right? So we have to understand what actually the problem is in the define. And next, M is the measurement stage. Involves the validating the problem. Actually, the problem has been occurred, and what the corrective action has to be taken. On the basis of the data, the measurement of the problem has been done, and in the next is the analyze. Then we identify what is the root cause of the problem is in the analyze stage. And next is the improve. Improve means the different ideas has been developed to bring the changes on the basis of the analysis and the measurement skill. And the last one is the control. Control means the what continual improvement can be done in the operation, and because the control is a very much important. On the basis of that, we can implement this for the long period of time, right? Now we'll discuss this Lean and Six Sigma concept. I have merged these two concepts in my study. Right? So the first one we'll discuss a little bit about the lean operation. It mainly focus on the continuous improvement, mainly to eliminate the waste. Now, what the waste? Waste means is anything that does not add any values in the eyes of the customers. Customer don't want to pay anything for the waste. Now, three fundamental issues has been discussed in the lean operation: eliminate waste, remove variability, and the improve throughput. Now, what's the waste? Type of the waste: overproduction, queues, unnecessary inventory, defective products, overprocessing, and transportation. If the if the manager they do the overproduction, the customer may not pay for those overproduction or the defective products. So we have to minimize this waste during our operational performance. And it's a variability or a variation. That means the any deviation from the optimum process that delivers a perfect product on time. Thus, less variability in a system, the less waste in the system. So there should be a less waste, right? Maybe in the process, in the production, or the needs of the customer. So we have to bring a less variation. It will cause the less waste in the operational performance. And next is the improved throughput, the rate at which units move through a process. Two systems have been discussed: pull system and the push system. And the pull system is a major one, because if we produce the product as per the demand of the customer, then there will be no waste or there will be no inventory. But if we manufacture without looking over the customer needs or demands, then there will be a dump of the products, there will be more inventory. This we call it as a push system. So the lean operation mainly discuss about the how to minimize the waste, minimize the variation, and go through the pull system. Six Sigma, as per the as same as the Lean, but it uses the facts and the statistical analysis to minimize the non-desirable variation, right? And also it follows the model DMAIC model. So we'll discuss how this Lean and Six Sigma have been combined. Before that, I would like to discuss something about the literature review that I have gone through different literatures. The first one, this discussed this literature or the article has highlighted that these two merged approach improves the productivity, reduce waste, and increase the product quality as well, and also meet the needs of the customer. So lean mainly focus on the elimination of the waste, whereas the Six Sigma they mainly focus on the how the operational variation can be minimized. Right? Similar, the next article this has also discussed about these both tools are the improvement tools, but they have to focus mainly what their requirement is. For example, if the organization want to minimize the waste, they have to focus on the lean. If they want to minimize the variation, they have to focus on the Six Sigma approach. Similarly, the advantage of the Lean Six Sigma has been discussed on this article on the basis of the customer, on the basis of the worksheet, on the basis of process inventory. The advantage has been shown by this article. And the next one is that this Lean Six Sigma approach has been also applied in the successful new product development, faster time to market, reduction of poor design, over design, material cost, as well as the product development cost. Now, I want to implement this Lean Six Sigma approach in my organization. So let me discuss briefly about the Time Pharmaceuticals. Is a domestic manufacturing house. Almost 25 years has been completed, and over 180 products has been manufacturing. The slogan is touching lives and delivering promises. So it has a factory in the Nawalpur, marketing office in the Kathmandu. So the one of the article has discussed that for the application of this concept in the pharmaceutical industry, the key performance indicator has been measured to measure the customer satisfaction. For example, how the quality of the product has been improved, what's the impact in the price reduction, delivery time of the market, how it has been shortened, and also the financial support to new development products. So on the basis of this, the KPIs has been measured for this approaches. Now this slide is very important because we have to know a little bit about this GMP. GMP means a good manufacturing practice. It's a mandatory regulatory, right? Because it has been made mandatory. There is a WHO GMP. Every pharmaceutical company in the Nepal, there should be WHO GMP certified one. So as per that WHO GMP, the company has to follow the GMP norms. GMP is a guideline that is made by the WHO and the Nepal government. So mainly this GMP, they focus on the quality of the product, right? They focus on the documentation, they focus on the validation, complaint review, and the audit. Whereas in the Lean Six Sigma approach, beside the quality of the product, they also check over on the waste. They also check over on the variation of the processes as well as the pull strategies. So in the Nepalese context, they have mainly focused on the CGMP, but on the basis of this slide, now Lean Six Sigma concept need to be implemented in the pharmaceutical company of the Nepal to bring the improvement in the operational performance. Definitely in pharmaceutical company, we need to merge both CGMP together with Lean Six Sigma concept to bring the improvement in the business performance. Okay, so little bit about the, because it's a manager approach, Lean Six Sigma concept, because the manager is the major concern who wants to bring a continuous improvement in their operation, and also they have to focus on the customer satisfaction as well as the profitability of the business. So this both, as a CGMP focus on the quality, Lean Six Sigma focuses on the customer satisfaction and the improvement in the business performance. So this whole both process should be merged. And in the case of the when I went through different articles regarding this implementation, in the foreign countries they have used in the production, R&D, logistic, distribution, in supply chain. But I cannot find the articles they have used these tools in the case of the farm marketing. So this tool can be applied in the pharmaceutical marketing as well, beside the operational activities. So my recommendation is that in the multinational companies like Glaxo, Baxter, Ranbaxy, they have implemented this to improve quality as well as efficiency of operation with waste management and reduction in the defects. But in the case of the Nepalese company, they are lacking because the reason may be the lack of the willingness of the managers towards its implementation, or they may not have the knowledge regarding this approach, or the management may have the profit centric, so they don't want to go more on the different policies or the different approaches, or maybe they think that only the CGMP may be sufficient for this pharmaceutical industry, so they may think that this Lean Six Sigma approach may not be necessary, or maybe the top management level do not will to go to this approach, or the whole the employee or the management or the managers, they do not want to adapt in the changes that may be brought by the Lean Six Sigma approach. So I strongly recommend for the time pharmaceuticals to implement this Lean Six Sigma operation in the production and the supply chain as well as in the pharmaceutical marketing as well. Because in the pharmaceutical marketing, I think it will help to identify the uniqueness as well as identify the real customer and methodologies to meet the demand of the customer in the sales and marketing. So also it may bring some of the changes in the decision of the company. So maybe traditional way how they decide, there may be some changes. Also the DMAIC principle or the model can be implemented to bring the improvement in the pharmaceutical marketing. Similarly, it may minimize the waste or minimize the variation as well as it promotes the pool demand, so that ultimately the company may go with the business improvement in the business performance. Uh, so these are all my differences that I have tried to extract the information regarding this Lean Six Sigma approach. With this, I would like to thank you. I will conclude my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything. Thank you, sir.